Hello ladies and gentlemen, hi guys and girls. Today I will be showing you how to build a 1x1x3 Rubik's Cube. It's basically 3 corner pieces just put together to make a 1x1x3 cube. The things we'll need are 3 corner pieces preferably of a Rubik's Cube, because as you can see you don't have to take much material off. Then this is a screw with a fine threading. It's about 4.5 centimeters long. That's what, 1.75 inches, probably something like that. Then we're going to need super glue, some stickers to stick to the puzzle, and a filling material. I'm going to use milliput for the first time today. So let's see how it turns out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my corner pieces and cut away the complete mechanism part. So I'm going to go like this once through a saw, turn it, and like always take off this little part, like the whole mechanism part. As you can see, I try to cut off the mechanism part as cleanly as possible, so we don't have to do much refurbishing on the other surfaces of the cube. Okay, I'll carry on. Off. So you want to have a normal QB now with like small parts of the mechanism can still be there, but this is our goal for the corner pieces. I'm going to do this 3 times now, or 2 more times, let's say, for the other 2 corner pieces, and then I'm going to check in on you in a couple of seconds. Okay, so we have the 3 corner pieces now over here, and in the next part we're going to sand off this little excess material. You probably can see it, to make it to make the outer shape as much of a cube as possible. Okay, so I chose 240 grit sandpaper, and now I'm going to take the corner pieces and sand the whole surface on the 3 sides where the mechanism part used to be, until I get an even surface on the parts. Let's see, maybe you can tell how it looks like right now. Right now I'm thinking we probably could have taken the stickers off earlier, but whatever. On the parts, okay. As you can see, hopefully, the surfaces should be somewhat flat now. Now I'm going to take off the pieces on the edge. Like there's a little bit sticking out, but I'm going to use just my thumb and a bit of the sandpaper for this. Okay, maybe you can tell now. This is the side I already sanded down, and this right here is what I need to cut off again. Okay, now we have all 3 cubies done. For the next part, and because we didn't do it earlier, we will have to de-sticker our cubes. For work like this, I always like to use a very sharp knife, like an X-Acto knife, or like a scalpel that I'm using here. So I have the cubie, I'll take my sharp knife, my scalpel, try to get it under the sticker here, in the best case without cutting the sticker itself, and as soon as I have enough material over the blade, I push with my thumb and then just remove it. We are also going to remove the corner caps now, because we don't want to fill up the space in between the corner cap and the piece itself. So I'm going to use my scalpel for this too. And if you're using a very thin blade, make sure that you don't go in there deep and then start bending the knife, because the pieces will, and the blade can snap and the pieces can fly around. So always wear eye protection. And the second, just try to be not stupid, I guess. So I go in there with the scalpel and lightly remove it. Okay guys, as you can see, we've had a little mishap here. We filled all the pieces, but it just popped out again. The filling material I used, here you can see, it just popped out of the cubie. Otherwise I will, yeah, that's not going to hold well. I'm going to use my sander. Give me a second. This one here, to go into the groove a bit and try to if you have a very smooth surface, the glue or the filler or anything, it doesn't really stick. And by sanding it down a bit, you're giving it more surface area where the glue or the filler can grab onto. So I'm going to do that now. Just so that any parts of it on the inside that are super smooth are gone now. As you can maybe see, the complete inside is sanded. Alright, and we're ready to do our second attempt at filling. Just going to take tiny bits off. Like this is as much as we're going to need. Now on to the second part. Trying to get equal amounts. Looks somewhat okay, I think. We'll have to do that with a scale next time to really check for the ratios. Alright, so now I'm going to pick up 2 parts and just mix them together as good as I can. The packaging says 5 minutes, but I don't know if I have 5 minutes to spare for this job. It's probably the smooth surface on the inside that kept it from sticking there. Alright, I'm just going to press it on as good as I can here. And I'm going to leave some excess material because, as you just saw, it's not that difficult to sand down. So first piece done. good as well. Alright, so I guess we'll carry on tomorrow after these parts had like a night of curing. Let's just call it as it is. See you tomorrow. Hi guys, it's the next day now. And today we're going to check out if our filling of the corner pieces was successful. So as I tried yesterday, I'm going to start off with the 120 grit sandpaper and try to just sand down the parts where I added material. Now that we finished sanding with the 120, we're not going to go to the 240 because we're going to wet sand now. And that's 1, 2, 3. We're just going to sink them in the water, clean them a bit, and then just take the towel and rub them off. Now I'm going to take these 3 cubies and just wipe them off with a microfiber towel. We would love to start painting the puzzle, or the pieces at least. I'm going to shake this one a bit. I'm going to do 2 coats, so I'm just going to lay them here with the side that has been filled up pointing towards me. Okay, so now that the first layer of the paint is dried, I'm going to turn the cubies around, finish the last side here, and hit it again with some paint. So I'm going to take the 3 center caps, the 3 corner caps now, and drill a hole in the middle of it. And you could draw a line from this corner to the corner down below, so you get the exact middle, but I'm just going to eyeball it and see what happens. Right, so we got the third part now done also. Looks pretty fine to me. For the last part, we're going to take one of our corner cubies, and as you can see, this is the hollow side, and we're going to drill the hole on the opposite side. Alright, so now we're ready for assembling the puzzle. For that we can pop 1 corner cap into the piece with a hole in it. Do it like this. And then we're going to put it on the cubie that we already have. So now that we have this, and now we're going to take the next corner cap and put it on the other side, here. So we're going to screw the first one in, just a tiny bit until we notice, okay, there's some resistance, but we can still turn these corner caps. Then we're going to put the second nut on. And try to counter these, like turning one of the screws in one direction and the other screw in the other direction against each other so that they tighten and hold each other in place. Alright, that's as good as it can get, I think. So now we're going to test out if the QB will actually fit on there with this large part of the screw sticking out. I really hope it does, but it doesn't seem like. No, we need to shorten the screw. Alright, that looks like it should be enough material taken off. I'm not going to stick the QB on right now, but we can check like this. Seems to be enough space. So thank you very much, disc sander. So now that the screw has had time to cool off, we're going to take one of the corner QBs and just put it on there and stick it onto there. And then for the last one, we're going to do it on the other side. Somehow this doesn't fit this corner piece. Okay, I hope this works now. Yes, looks good, but we will have to glue this last part on. So this is how it looks like now. As you can see, you can turn it just like a normal QB, but I'm going to apply super glue onto here. So now that the glue has dried, we have our functioning puzzle here. Now we're just going to need to sticker it. I took my scalpel, my X-Acto knife, and put in the 11 blade. I should have done it earlier. We're going to take another cube as reference, but as usual it's the boy color scheme, blue, orange, yellow, going clockwise. So we're going to stick with that. I'm going to go under the edge of the sticker, put it onto the scalpel, try to find the perfect middle and put the sticker down. Here we have the finished product, a 1x1x3 Rubiks cube. Here, amazing checkerboard pattern.